Hello everyone and welcome to our last day of this Trevenant BREAK Gengar week. Now honestly, throughout the week I've come to realize that Gengar is still the main focus on the deck. Trevenant did bail us out in a couple of instances where without it we would not have been able to win the match most likely. We had a really intense one on Wednesday. But overall, I think you have to either really focus on Trevenant BREAK or really focus on Gengar, but the two don't really go that well together because of the focus of energy, attachments and things like that. So yeah, that's like my final verdict. And also, there's something important I need to discuss with you guys. As of now, this series has been going on for almost 100 episodes now. That is a lot of videos, a lot of time dedicated to this. But I feel as though, even though viewership has increased and of course subscribers have increased and everything, the ratio of Monday views to Friday's views in regards to videos is not really anything too notable, or I'm not entirely sure how to describe it, but it's not exactly like the best ratio. So I am honestly considering removing the Friday videos to make space for other things. There's definitely room to make different series and things like that. I would like to expand on the channel. I am going to be starting my first Let's Play with Pokemon Yellow once we get to 2,000 subscribers, but that's going to be in Spanish, so I'm not really sure. I want to keep the dynamic of one English and one Spanish video every day at least. So if I replace the TCG video, it will be with something else, and in English of course, but I'm still not entirely sure on what, because I was also thinking that I could maybe do Monday, Wednesday one deck, and then Friday, Monday another deck, and then Wednesday, Friday another deck. So instead of during 2 weeks 2 different decks, have 3 different decks throughout those 2 weeks. So it would mean that one video would be a lot longer with the whole deck list explanation and everything, and it would be 2 less games in total, I guess. And it'd be weird to allocate the Spanish videos, but I guess whatever day came in between the video would be the Spanish video. So it would be 6 total games with the decks instead of just 2. So I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of options I can do, and there's also like the people who view the videos in English are not as expressive as the ones who view them in Spanish. But if you guys really want me to continue, like you're absolutely dying for me to continue bringing you Friday's videos, because I mean they get less views but they still get a pretty decent amount of views. So if you want me to keep or still have them in the channel, then definitely let me know. Like, use this opportunity to let me know, hey Pablo, you know what, Friday's videos are really enjoyable. I really enjoy being able to look at the deck throughout the whole week for 10 total games or more. So please keep the Friday video as well. Or you can also tell me, no, with 4 days of the deck is enough, or I only watch Mondays, or whatever your opinion is, guys. That's what I want to do. So at least the majority of you. So yeah, we win our first game. Sorry I didn't say anything relevant about the game, but I feel like touching on this is really important because you guys are the ones who view my videos. So Fridays could become something like more casual. We could do like casual Fridays and keep a TCG Friday video, but using a much more fun deck, you know, like a less competitive one. We could also start a Let's Play also in English. I'm gonna be starting Pokemon Yellow or Pokemon Amarillo in Spanish, But I also want to alternate one let's play in Spanish and then the next one in English and things like that, to be able to appeal to everyone who watches my videos. And yeah, if you guys like, express your opinion. Take 2 minutes to write down a comment in the video if you want. Let me know if you want me to keep the videos as they are right now, if you want me to do something different, if you wouldn't mind the video getting dropped for something completely different like a let's play, or whatever you guys want. I mean, that's the point of the channel, to bring you guys things that you will watch. And yeah, that's what I'll be saying for now. So now we're up against a Night March deck, so this should definitely be a lot more interesting. I didn't start off too nicely because I didn't get a Phantom, but I can potentially get that turn to Trevenant, or yeah, there's no way I get it turn 1 at this point unless I get an Ultra Ball. No, there's no way. There's no way I'm gonna get a turn 1 Trevenant, so I have to play with that in mind. I'm gonna get rid of the 2 Wallies and probably the Judge, because I want to have access with those, with the Berserker. Making my opponent whiff later in the game will probably be very important, and thankfully I'm able to pull off an Ultra Ball right now. So having that Enhanced Hammer would be really nice, but I feel as though getting an energy down this turn is a lot more important, so I'm gonna have to Sycamore this time around. I would have loved to just attach, wait a turn patiently, and remove an energy with the Enhanced Hammer, but that's not gonna be the case. Unfortunately, I also whiff on my energies. So 1 Muscle Band, yeah, probably going to be attacking with 1 Gengar and 1 Phantom. I'm gonna bench the Gengar and I'm gonna bench the Shaymin, which might mean death later on, I guess, but I really need to not fall behind on energy. Unfortunately, I do not get an energy, and that's gonna be all from me. So yeah, the thing is, I needed an energy to be able to have a shot at taking a prize next turn, along with locking my opponent's items. But since I did whiff an energy, even though I run over 10, and now I'm at half of my deck, and I Shaymin for 4 and I Sycamore for 7, that's not gonna be the case this time around. So hopefully we get Trevenant out at least next turn, but my opponent is really going to explode during his turn. He's now got the Battle Compressor, he's got a Trainer's Mail, he'll definitely have good things in his hand. So there's 2 important things to do now. Get constant KOs so we don't fall behind, because we will probably fall behind this upcoming turn, and try to pick up that Shaymin-EX eventually on a prize against a Joltik or potentially a Feebas if my opponent does run Feebas. And after that, it's just really make sure Trevenant stays active, but if he is able to manage to get energy every turn to power up his attackers, then that'll be pretty rough on us, because of the fact that we did not attach an energy this turn. So we'll see. We will see. Now, he hasn't played a supporter yet, he's only done a Battle Compressor, and now he's using Shaymin for just 1, so we might be getting a bit lucky there. But there's the Sycamore. So there's 2 more Night Marchers into the discard pile. 1 Berserker, which is good, but he has 5. So now he needs a Muscle Band and 3 more or 4 more Night Marchers. He grabs an Ultra Ball, so we'll see what he decides to discard with that. I'm sure he has at least 1 more Night Marcher in his hand. There's the Ultra Ball, there's a Pumpkaboo and a Giovanni's, so we might see a 3rd Shaymin here. Yep, So he's looking for that Ball Compressor. If he gets the Ball Compressor, then that means Gengar will be KO'd. If he doesn't KO the Gengar, then that will be pretty great. Wow, he actually concedes. Okay. Man, I feel like this deck is not really good to show during videos because, or at least when you don't handpick the games, because of the fact that people concede so quickly. That's 2 games already won, and in under 10 minutes. So we get a nice amount of coins. And let's find our last game of the video, because I do have another commitment to do after this. My match for the Terminus Champions League, which always goes up on Saturdays. So yeah, hopefully we can get a win here to close out the week. I believe it's not a perfect week because we did lose 1 game, I think, just the 1 game, but I'm not entirely sure. And it looks like we might be up against another Night March, so hopefully we can showcase. I mean, if we get a turn 1 Trevenant, my opponent might concede really quickly as well. I do win the coin flip, and I feel as though that's hurting us a bit, like going first, because we cannot Ascension into Trevenant. But my opponent is using Trevenant sleeves, so it might actually be him using Trevenant as well. And it would really suck to go second, or first rather, but no. Wow, it's actually Joltik. And we are in a lot of trouble. We are in a lot of trouble. Unless he waves the double colorless energy, we are in a lot of trouble right now. Oh gosh. Gonna have to Shaymin here. Thankfully I do have the TCG to potentially pick up the Joltik, and wow. Okay, I get a Gengar, so ideally I would get another Phantom in my next card. But no, I get a Judge. And I cannot Ascension, so I really wish I could have used Ascension. But yeah, I feel as though we're not going to get another win here. We might, depending on how much my opponent explodes right now, because if he uses a ton of resources to get everything set up, the Judge might really hurt him, and if he doesn't, the Judge once again might really hurt him. So it's gonna be weird. Not gonna lie, it's gonna be a really weird game, like not the standard. But if we had gone second, he would have done the exact same thing, attached an energy and everything, but we would have been able to limit him through the Trevenant and potentially powered up Gengar. Not sure. Let's see. He plays another Ball Compressor, which is obviously not good. We are very reliant on him not getting an energy to be able to pull something off, but there is a Sycamore. I mean, on average, like more often than not, he will get the double colorless energy, but there is a chance he misses it. So town map reveals Feebas, reveals there's a TCE right there and 2 Night Marchers, which is obviously good for us, especially because it's two Lampents, which means that if he wants to do a lot of damage, he has to discard other Night Marchers, which are potentially attackers, because Lampents are just there to be discarded. And wow, he goes for a Feebas, so that meant he had Shaymin there. He's under half his deck, so he really should get the DCE. Wow. He attaches a Fighting Fury Belt, so now we're facing off against a 70 HP Joltik. I really didn't consider that tool for that deck. He goes for a Pumpkaboo. Does that mean he has another Shaymin? Yeah. So yeah, he There's gonna be 17 cards left. Is he going to whiff the double colorless energy? If he does and we get a KO with Trevenant, it's going to be really sick. Like, I really cannot believe he did not get it. He's going to go for another Shaymin. For 4 cards. Wow. He has 13 cards left in his deck. And he did not get it? He uses Acrobat, gets rid of a Feebas, and that's it. Yeah, that was probably the TC. Wow. So, the Fighting Fury belt is a nightmare for us. Because of the fact... Okay, he probably grabbed... Yeah, he grabbed the double colorless energy. Because now we cannot KO Joltik. And he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 Night Marchers. 7, 8 with the ones he has in his hand. Or rather in play. 2 more prized. So he might not be able to KO Gengar. And I definitely want to judge here. Oh man, what a stellar hand. And yeah, there's nothing I can do here. I mean... This is just really rough, guys. This is absolutely terrible. Going first really hurt us. It absolutely hurt us. And I really see no way in getting back into this unless we somehow like deck our opponent potentially. But no, he has enough Night Marchers to KO us. So that's 3 really quick games, guys. I'm not gonna play another one. So yeah, that concludes Road to TCG Worlds 2016 for this week on Fridays. Unless you guys like show super overwhelming support in the comments and tell me, no, please Pablo, please keep using the same deck on Fridays, please don't change the dynamic and everything. This is probably the last Road to TCG Worlds video on Friday. On Mondays and Wednesdays the series will remain as is, using the same deck both days and everything, with the same deck on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the Spanish version, and we might bring something brand new on Friday, alright? So that will be all from me, guys. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed watching me get my ass kicked really quickly in the second match, and I will see you guys next Monday or on Sunday if you want to find out what deck I'll be using next week. Thank you guys, and bye bye.